What's going on, Facebook? It's a great good, Cheryl Green. Wanted to talk to you guys today and pretty much bring to you something that me and the guys use on a daily basis. It's very beneficial to us in every single way that you can think of. We get it out of a book by James Allen. It's a small book called As a Man Thinketh, and they have an outstanding chapter in it, and it's the very last chapter of the book called Serenity. What I'm going to start doing is each Sunday, we're going to call it Serenity Sundays, and really just focus and key in on our minds and the way we feel about ourselves throughout the day, and focus on our serenity. A lot of times we allow what's going on the outside of us to control everything that we're thinking about. And so what this has done for me through over the last, I guess you could say, 5 months of learning this, has really just allowed me to control what I was, my mood in general. And so I'm pretty sure this will be very beneficial to anybody out there. I strongly recommend you utilize it. Maybe get the book and read it, or even just a chapter. Just read the chapter each day like we do. It's only about, I guess, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 paragraphs long. It's not long at all. And even before reading it, I actually went through a progress of writing it every day for 50 days straight. So it's just something that's been passed down to me from my mentor, Bob Proctor, and I've been just focused on doing it every day. So ever since then, I've had a lot more control over my life, and I'm gonna start it off read the whole thing through, and probably go through the first paragraph and what it means to me and how it'll be beneficial to anybody else out there that's watching. So I started off. Calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. It is the result of long and patient effort and self-control. Its presence is an indication of ripened experience and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. A man becomes calm in the measure that he understands himself as a thought-evolved being, for such knowledge necessitates the understanding of others as the result of thought. And as he develops a right understanding and sees more and more clearly the internal relations of things by the action of cause and effect, he ceases to fuss and fume and worry and grieve, and remains poised, steadfast, serene. The calm man, having learned how to govern himself, knows how to adapt himself to others, and they, in turn, reverence his spiritual strength and feel that they can learn of him and rely upon him. The more tranquil a man becomes, the greater is his success, his influence, his power for good. Even the ordinary trader will find his business prosperity increase as he develops a greater self-control and equanimity, for people will always prefer to deal with a man whose demeanor is strongly equable. The strong, calm man is always loved and revered. He is like a shade-giving tree in a thirsty land, or a sheltering rock in a storm. Who does not love a tranquil heart, a sweet-tempered, balanced life? It does not matter whether it rains or shines, or what changes come to those possessing these blessings, for they are always sweet, serene, and calm. That exquisite poise of character, which we call serenity, is the last lesson of culture, the fruitage of the soul. It is precious as wisdom, more to be desired than gold, than even fine gold. How insignificant mere money-seeking looks in comparison with a serene life, a life that dwells in the ocean of truth, beneath the waves, beyond the reach of tempest, in the eternal calm. How many people we know who sour their lives, who ruin all that is sweet and beautiful by explosive tempers, who destroy their poise of character and make bad blood. It is a question whether the great majority of people do not ruin their lives and mar their happiness by lack of self-control. How few people we meet in life who are well-balanced, who have that exquisite poise which is characteristic of the finished character. Yes, humanity surges with uncontrolled passion, is tumultuous with ungoverned grief, is blown about by anxiety and doubt. Only the wise man, only he whose thoughts are controlled and purified, makes the winds and the storms of the soul obey him. Tempest-tossed souls, wherever ye may be, under whatsoever conditions ye may live. Know this, in the ocean of life, the isles of blessedness are smiling, and the sunny shore of your ideal awaits your coming. Keep your hand firmly upon the hem of thought. and the bark of your soul reclines the commanding master. He does but sleep. Wake him. Self-control is strength. Right thought is mastery. Calmness is power. Saying to your heart, peace be still. I really love that last part. To show you guys really quick, this is how the book looks. And you can actually Google Serenity online, James Allen, and you can actually find a passage, and it'll take you right into a website of Bob Proctor and give you the entire thing word for word. So if you guys want to utilize it, if you guys want to check it out yourselves and read it with somebody else every day, I challenge you to do that. Find one person, find a reading partner, and I actually do this myself. My partner, his name is Manny. I met him in Toronto. I also read with my girlfriend each day as well. So I utilize it because it helps a ton. And they talk about self-control. And I say self-control, not just your body, but yourself, your true self. You as a spiritual being. Not allowing anything on the outside to control you. Not allowing, you being in traffic to control you. Not allowing you being in an argument to control you. Having control over everything that you're doing in your life is true mastery. Having control over your mind is true mastery. Staying calm in all the worst situations that you can be in is true mastery. And it says in the first paragraph, calmness of mind is one of the beautiful jewels of wisdom. To be wise is to be calm. And a lot of people miss that. A lot of people take anger as being something of significance, as something of power, but it really just shows a weakness in general. And me personally, I grew up with a ton of anger, a ton of built up anger from just being where I was and not being where I wanted to be, or just situations in my life where I thought that anger was power. But now through reading this, through understanding this, I saw how long I put myself on the back burner. I put myself in jeopardy by not knowing that being calm in those situations where I thought that the anger was going to prove my point, or that snapping on somebody was going to make me feel inferior to the next person, did nothing but show like inferiority in reality. And I remember my grandma used to always tell me that when you see two people acting a fool, you don't know who the fool is. So in this case, if you're ever in a situation where you have to practice this, I want you to just read it constantly, over and over, every day. And we always say it's the repetition of the right information that change what's going on inside. And so with the consumption of this daily, you'll be able to really start to control your mind and control what's going on. It says it is the result of long and patient effort and self-control. Its presence is an indication of ripened experience. So showing that the presence, the way you're displaying yourself, is showing experience. It's showing that you've been there before. It's showing that you have a lot of control over what you're doing. That you don't have to think about it as much anymore. It's almost unconscious that you're allowed to be serene, that you're allowed to be calm throughout situations. It's like if you're constantly, let's say you're in traffic every day and you're getting an attitude every day. I mean, how much of that is helping your life? Think about the way you're feeling. Think about the vibrations, that's going through your body. You don't want that. You simply, it's not helping out at all. It's probably causing you to become late in a ton of situations. It's probably causing you to have an attitude when you walk into the house. Now, with a serene attitude, you're probably going to walk in a lot different. You're going to get different love from your family. Even your dog will be able to tell when you're not in the best mood. So, to finish it off, its presence is an indication of ripened experience and of a more than ordinary knowledge of the laws and operations of thought. And so when you understand the laws, you understand that you put yourself in the situation that you're in, and you're able to think your way out of it. And the operations of thought is perfect. Your thoughts turn... moving forward, guys, I suggest you get it. Serenity, like I said, James Allen. We're going to do this every Sunday, so hopefully you guys tune in, and we'll go more and more in depth as we continue to move forward. Good, Patrol Green.